Vive la révolution égyptienne!
You actually do come to the World Social Forum and actually find you're not crazy, and the others who are even more crazy.
10 years in historical terms is nothing. You know, I mean, this is something that's never been tried before.
It's created the only global space which is ours, and I think that's something we have to defend very strongly.
Willkommen zu Kontext TV.
Welcome to Kontext TV. Our broadcast today is dedicated to the World Social Forum, which took place in Dakar, Senegal, from the 6th to the 11th of February. 90,000 people participated in the event according to the organizers. Kontext TV was in Dakar to ask participants, activists, intellectuals and organizers for what cause they are fighting and what the biggest meeting of social movements in the world means to them. The first forum took place in Porto Alegre, Brazil 10 years ago with the slogan "Another world is possible." It was meant as an alternative to the World Economic Forum at Davos, Switzerland, where business leaders, politicians and military leaders are gathering every year in an elitist circle. Since then, the World Social Forum has become for many people around the globe a symbol for hope for a more equitable world. We are taking this 10th anniversary as an opportunity to look back to the origins of the forum, to draw a critical balance and to look forward to the future of the forum.
The forum
in Dakar was marked by an impressive participation of African organizations and activists, but also thousands of participants from Latin America, Europe, Asia and North America joined the forum. The opening demonstration with 80,000 participants was the biggest in Senegal for decades. We asked some participants why they came to the forum and what they expect from it. We are here to defend humanity, because the world as it is inequitable. The rich are taking from the poor. What should belong to everybody is possessed by a minority. That's why we are here, to have our voices heard, in order to make something move in the heads of those in government, so they realize that things have to change.
Qu'est-ce que vous espérez de cet forum concrètement?
People watching television and others should understand that we can live in a different way, that another world is possible. But now our world is governed by a small group of people. The large population is left outside. The world is reduced to presidents, ministers and the like.
Parce que le monde, qu'on veuille ou pas, est dirigé par un certain nombre qu'on peut calculer. Et la grande masse n'est pas dedans. Le monde se réduit au président, au ministre et consorts.
J'ai vécu le forum de Nairobi, j'ai vécu le forum du Brésil.
I have attended the forums in Nairobi and Brazil. People get more and more interested. And this makes our governments think. They cannot ignore social movements anymore. They can't.
I'm working with the World Rainforest Movement, which is an international network that tries to secure the livelihood of forest peoples and other populations that are threatened by big projects like mining, big dams, tree monoculture plantations. I think the forum is always an event. It's the third time I participate, where you get a lot of energy from many people who want to transform this world, to struggle against the system. And that's very important, I think, that we are motivated to continue the struggle. And on the other hand, of course, we want to use the forum to strengthen contacts, networks, to make new contacts. So besides these activities, we have a lot of other meetings of networks, and there are several organizations that we always wanted to meet in Africa, and they are here. So we try to make contact, and then after the forum, being able to do more things together. Yeah.
The revolutions in Egypt and Tunisia had a significant impact on the forum. At a demonstration in front of the Egyptian embassy in Dakar, people demanded Mubarak to step down and affirmed their solidarity with the struggle for liberty of the Egyptian people. Minutes before the final event, the news of Mubarak's resignation spread.
I am now very proud to announce to you the victory of the brave Egyptian people in the battle for democracy. Nevertheless, this is only one but big step on the long way to achieve the demands of the revolution. Because we have just started. The main aim of this revolution is to fall the regime, and not only Mubarak. It is not a colored revolution. It's not a green one or an orange one or whatever. This is a very clear anti-imperialist revolution. That is the way why the Americans and the administrations and all the states of the European community has reacted at that way. In the beginning they were supporting the regime, and after a while they were clear that they have made a double standard policy with Egypt more than 30 years alone. Vive la révolution égyptienne!
A Tunisian delegation was present as well. Aside from celebrating the resignation of Ben Ali and searching for political alternatives, there was also a discussion about the economic background of poverty in Tunisia, which was one of the root causes for the revolution. In the countryside, unemployment amongst young people reaches up to 60%. Especially the responsibility of Western governments supporting Ben Ali for decades and of the International Monetary Fund, which had pressured Tunisia into severe structural adjustment programs since 1986, were debated.
I think what's happened in Tunisia and in Egypt in the past month has really made a big impact, that there's a sense that everything is possible, right? If this can happen, then there are still possibilities for all of us.
I think, to me, what is most significant is what happened in Tunisia. Because how did it all happen? People did not sit down to plan, to plot, have long debates on what to do. A young man was jobless, unemployed, and he decided to do an honest job to earn a living. And he was selling fruits. And then the government said, you cannot carry out this trade except you have a special registration and permit. He's a guy struggling to survive and you wanted to have a permit. And then perhaps this guy was not able to obtain the permit, and so he sacrificed himself by burning himself to death, unfortunately. And then the spontaneous uprising happened based on the sacrifice of one life. Now, so to show that people could respond to defend the dignity of human life by standing in solidarity with a guy who was just struggling for survival or killing himself in the process, is very instructive to show that people value life. They value their liberty. They value the dignity. There's dignity in labor. People don't want to be beggars. They want to work to produce and to earn a living. And so when you make it impossible for them to no employment, and then you don't allow them to earn a living by employing themselves, then of course a lot of people are being pushed to the wall. And so Tunisia is so emblematic. And I'm happy that they got such rapid results.
Vive la révolution en Tunisie, en Égypte et dans tout le monde arabe et dans tout le monde. Et je voudrais aussi dire que nous sommes très fiers, nous, Tunisiens.
Long live the revolution in Egypt, Tunisia, in all the Arab countries and in the whole world. We as Tunisians are very proud that we were able to contribute within the World Social Forum to unmask the hypocritical discourse of the international organizations who have supported and praised the dictatorship in Tunisia for its pretended economic achievements. In spite of these pretended economic achievements, the Tunisian people has said no to the neoliberal agenda and unmasked the hypocrisy that is responsible for poverty and unemployment and for the pillage and impoverishment of the whole region. We will continue our fight to pressure the international organizations to draw conclusions from these lessons.
Ces soi-disant performances. Nous continuons tous la lutte
pour que justement cette leçon soit continuellement adressée et administrée à ces institutions et ces spires. Merci.